Hello everyone. We have discussed some terminologies and a basic method to solve variational method problems like Rayleigh-Ritz method. So here we will discuss some first two three terms, that is functional and bilinear linear functionals. After that we will solve example of Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay. So what are functionals? So functionals are functions of function. Okay, so let's just take a graph. Okay, this is u, which is a function of x, and this is x1 and this is x2. Okay, and this here this is ds, or we call it displacement. Okay, so or we can write it this way. This is dy, this is dx, and this is ds. Okay, so we can write it as a dx square plus dy square. Okay, and taking dx common, then this will become equals to dy over dx square. Okay, so basically here s is a function of u and u is a function of fx. Okay, so so s is a so basically s is a function of function. Okay, or we can call it as functional. Okay, similarly our next term is linear functional. What a linear functional? Here we are taking an example of area. Okay, this is an area A1 and this is an area A2. So we can just write it as this way. Then this is called as linear functionals if we can add both functions. Okay, now third one, now what the second the third term is bilinear. Bilinear functional. Okay, so how we can write bilinear functional? So if it is a function in u and v, and if we change the location of u and v, then the function does not change. Just take an example that it is du over dx and dv over dx minus u dx. Okay, so this is an example. If we change the location of u with v and v with u, then it will look like this way: dv over dx du over dx minus vu dx. So these both are same, so we can call it as bilinear functional. Okay, we are going to use it for solving our Rayleigh-Ritz method problem. Okay, so that is a variational problem form. Okay, and it is b w u equals to l w. Here this is a bilinear functional and it is a linear functional. All these terms you will understand when we solve a problem. Okay, so let's just take an example of Rayleigh's method and you will get an idea about all these things and your doubt will be clear. So let's just take an example. Example is minus d square u over dx square minus u plus x square equals to 0. Here x lie between 0 say 1. Okay. Order of the equation is second order and you don't need to worry about degree over here. Okay. Then uh, boundary condition given is u0 equals to 0 and u1 equals to 0. So this is the boundary condition given. So let's just solve it. So first of all, 0 equals to this is our equation. Okay, so multiply it with weight function w. We will define this w later. Okay, this is the weight function we will define. It will take a form. It will take an algebraic form. Okay, here we don't know what is it, but after when we solve it, you will get an idea that how this w will convert into an algebraic function. Okay, so our equation will look like this: minus d square u over dx square minus u plus x square. Okay, now integrate it between 0 to 1 because the limit of x will be 0 to 1. Okay, so this will look like this. Okay, what we do, we just take these terms separately. Okay, so what we are going to use, we are going to use integration by parts. Okay, I have already solved it in previous lectures, so you can go and check there. It's in the second video. Okay, so integration by parts. So the differentiability will change here. There is a 1. It will dw over dx, du over dx, dx plus w. Here this term will minus. Okay, w du over dx limit 0 to 1. What we applied? We applied integration by parts. Rest term will come out the same way it is written. Okay, so what is w here? W is the change in u, and u at x equals to 0, it is a 0, so that it is a constant value. If it is not 0 or some integer or any constant value, then w equals to 0. So w at x equals to 0 will become 0. Okay, and u at x equals to 1, it is again 0. So it is also a constant value. So w at 1 it equals to 0. So this term will become 0. Okay, how it will become 0? Just do a simple mathematics. This is at x equals to 1. This is at x equals to 0. So at x equals to 1, w 0, and x equals to 0, w again 0. So the whole term will become 0. Okay. So what we left? We left here these two terms, this one and this one and this one. Okay, so we will combine these two terms. This will look like this way: dw over dx, du over dx minus wu dx, and the other term will look like this. Okay, so this is our equation 1. Okay, so now we will take weight function as phi I. Okay, and u as sigma j equals to 1 to n cj phi j. This is the method of solving Rayleigh's method. Okay, so we have to choose this phi function as it satisfy boundary condition. So what was our boundary condition? Boundary condition are this. Okay, so if we take phi as x 1 minus x, we make a guess or we can solve it by some other mathematical methods. So we will learn it in when we solve weighted residual method. Then you will get an idea that how we choose such functions. Okay, so this is a simple one. So I just used my mind. So I just took out this. Or when we solve other example, you will get an idea. Okay, so phi equals to x1 minus x. So at x equals to 0, phi 0 equals to 0. Okay, at x equals to 1, that phi 1 again becomes 0. So it satisfies both conditions. What was the both condition? This is the essential boundary condition. Okay, here this was the natural boundary conditions. What are EBC and NBC? We have studied earlier. Okay, so for understanding the lectures, you have to start the videos from the starting. Then you will understand the term, and it will be easy for you to understand it. Okay, so we choose a phi as x1 minus x, or we can take it phi 1 as x 1 minus x, phi 2 at x equals to 1 minus x, and phi 3 x cube 1 minus x. This is the way of taking it. In every term, in similar, at every term at x equals to 0, phi equals to 0, at x equals to 1, phi equals to 0. Okay, so we can take it as phi n equals to x ki power n 1 minus x. Okay, so as we increase n, okay, n increases, accuracy increases. As we have seen earlier, the number of element if we increase the number of element, the accuracy will increase, and if this n becomes infinity, we will get an exact solution. Okay, so what we do now, we have choose phi 1 equals to x 1 minus x. It will look like x minus x square. On solving d phi 1 over dx, it will be 1 minus 2x. Okay, phi 2 was x square 1 minus x. Okay, so d phi 2 over dx will look like 2x minus 3x square. Okay, if I do some mathematical error, you can correct it by yourself. It is just obvious. Okay, so you all are mathematical students. So if I did some mistake somewhere in calculations, so you can just do correct it by yourself, or you can just mention me in comment that I have done some mistake. Then I'll make it clear. Okay, so finally, now what was our term? Our term was 0 to 1 dw over dx, and this is du over dx minus wu whole dx equals to minus 0 to 1 w x square dx. So what we put? We put w equals to phi I and u equals to sigma j equals to 1 to n cj phi j. Okay, so this will look like, wait a second. Okay, this will look like 0 to 1 d phi I over dx sigma j equals to 1 to n cj d phi j over dx minus phi I sigma j equals to 1 to n cj phi j, and this whole term and dx equals to minus 0 to 1 w was phi I x square dx. Okay, if we take n equals to 1, okay, just for, in the initial we are taking just for n equals to 1, so this term will equal, okay, this term will become like 0 to 1, I equal here I equals to 1 and j equals to 1 also. So for it will look like d phi 1 over dx. This is a simple method I am solving. If you see, if you consider any book, they solve it in very difficult manner, and they solve it in a very short. So you will not able to understand it. So this is a method. It is little, it might little long, maybe, but if you are using a calculator, basically for us calculator, they are it allowed, so you can solve it by your calculator. You can easily integrate with the help of your calculator. Okay, so d phi 1 over dx, and then it will c1 d phi 1 over dx again, and this is phi 1 c1 phi 1 and whole term dx equals to minus 0 to 1, and this is phi 1 x square dx. We have already write the value of phi 1. What was phi 1? Phi 1 is x minus x square. Okay, so and what is d phi 1 over dx is 1 minus 2x. So we will use this 1 minus 2x. Okay, so this is 0 to 1. This c1 we took out common. Okay, so it is 1 minus 2x, and again 1 minus 2x, the c1 is out, and this is phi 1 is x minus x square and x minus x square the whole dx. Okay, and it is minus 0 to 1 phi 1. What is phi 1? Phi 1 is x minus x square dx. Okay, okay, then we can use this by integration. We can solve it, then finally we can get the value of c1. c1 will be minus 1 upon 6. Okay, just check it by yourself. Okay, okay, now if we solve it for n equals to 2, okay, then what were our equation? Our equation will looking like this: dw over dx du over dx minus wu dx equals to minus 0 to 1 wx square dx. Okay, and we have write it in form of phi I dx, and it is sigma j equals to 1 to n cj phi j. Okay, and this is again phi I c sigma n equals to j equals to 1 to n cj phi j, and whole ds dx equals to and how we write this term is 0 से 1 is phi I x square dx. Okay, so now for we are solving for n equals to 2. Okay, so for n equals to 2 we will write first one for I equals to 1. Okay, so for I, this is an easy method for solving the differential equation. Okay, so it will look like 0 to 1 and I equals to 1 here, so d phi 1 over dx. Okay, then it will be c1 phi 1 because we are considering n equals to 2 here. Okay, so this will go to first term and second term. Okay, c1 phi 1 plus c2 phi 2. Okay, similarly this will become minus, this is minus phi 1 and c1 phi 1 plus c2 phi 2, and here it is the minus. Okay, so if I do some mistake, like if I forget to put some sign, so you just correct it by yourself. Okay, 0 to 1 phi 1 x square dx. Okay, so what was the value of phi 1? We have calculated, this was 1 minus 2x. Okay, and this is c1. Okay, it is the, it was with differentiation sign. Okay, so it was again 1 minus 2x plus c2 d phi 2 over dx we already calculated earlier, it was 2x minus 3x square. Okay, minus phi 1 was x 1 minus x and c1 x 1 minus x plus c2, it was x square 1 minus x. Okay, and this will equals to minus 0 to 1, it will be the same, x 1 minus x square dx. We put this value of 5. Okay, so now what we do, what is the easy method of solving it? We will just put the c1 terms together, the c1 terms together. Okay, we have to find c1 and c2. Okay, so it will look like c1, we took out common, 0 to 1 1 minus 2x, and it will again 1 minus 2x, and from this term it is x 1 minus x, this term, and again x 1 minus x. Okay, so whole term is dx. Okay, similarly for c2, what we do, plus sign, c2 0 to 1, it is 1 minus 2x, this term and this term, 2x minus 3x square. Okay, and this term x 1 minus x, and this term x square 1 minus x, x square 1 minus x. Okay, and this whole term into dx. Okay, and it will be equals to minus 0 to 1 x 1 minus x x square dx. Okay, so if we solve them, then this will become 3 by 10 c1 plus 3 by 20 c2 equals to minus 1 by 20. Okay, similarly we solve it now for I equals to 2. Okay, so for I equals to 2 we have to put I equals to 2 here. Okay, so this will become 0 to 1 d phi 2 over dx, this is c1 d phi 1 dx. This term will not change, this whole term will not change. Okay, here just we solved it for I equals to 1. Now we are solving for I equals to 2. Okay, so d phi 2 over dx, then minus phi 2. Okay, these are the terms with I. Okay, so we just change is to 2. Okay, now and this term will also not change because this is a term with j. C1 phi 1 plus C2 phi 2, and this dx equals to minus, it will become this, all this terms also with phi I, so this will become phi 2 x square dx. Okay, so now we will solve it again. There is a 1. What was d phi 2 over dx? It's 2x minus 3x square. Okay, and this is c1 d phi 1 over dx क्या है 1 minus 2x plus c2 d phi 2 over dx is, just wait a second. Okay, this is 2x minus 3x square minus, what is phi 2? X square 1 minus x, and c1 phi 1 is x 1 minus x, and what is c2 phi 2 is x square 1 minus x. Okay, and this term is phi 2. What was the value of phi 2? X square 1 minus x square dx. So similarly we will solve it similar manner. We will took out c1 common, and this is 0 so 1 2x minus 3x square and 1 minus 2x, this both terms, and then this is also a term with c1. Then we will solve it x square 1 minus x, and this is x 1 minus x. Okay, the whole into dx. For c2 it will look like this 0 so 1, this term and this term, so 2x minus 3x square and 2x minus 3x square again, and here it will be x square 1 minus x and this term x square 1 minus x. Okay, and dx, and this equals to, wait, and this will be equal to minus x square 1 minus x square dx. Okay, limit 0 to 1. So you can solve this term, with the help of your calculator. These integration terms, it's very easy to solve. Okay, so if you face any difficulty, I will make a video that how to solve an integration video over your calculator. Okay, so this will gives you a term 3 by 20 c1 plus 13 over 105 c2 and equals to minus 1 upon my 30. Okay, so finally you get two equations. This is the equation 2 and this was equation 1. So from 1 and 2 we can write this way: 3 by 10, 3 by 20, 3 by 20, 13 by 105. Okay, and this is c1 and c2 minus 1 upon my 20 minus 1 upon my 30. Okay, so you can find the value of c1 and c2 from here. The c1 value will be minus 10 upon my 123 and c2 will be minus 7 upon my 41. Okay, so we found the value for n equals to 1. N equals to 1, c1 was minus 1 upon my 6. Okay, so if we want to write the solution for the above differential equation, the solution will become u equals to c phi. We choose that, so it will look like c1 phi 1. Then what was c1? c1 minus 1 upon my 6. Phi 1 is x 1 minus x. So this is the solution for n equals to 1 for the above differential equation. Or for now for n equals to 2, the solution will become of above differential equation is C1 phi 1 plus C2 phi 2. So this is a way we write the solution of differential equation in Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay, so this will become what we calculate C1 phi 1 here. C1 is minus 10 upon 123, and what was the value of phi 1? X 1 minus x plus what was the value of C2? Minus 7 upon 41. Okay, so just write minus 7 upon 41, and what is the value of phi 2? X square 1 minus x. You can just simplify it in this term, ax square plus bx plus c in this term. Okay, so just you can simplify it by yourself, and this is we done. Okay, and how to solve this equation? You can solve it with your calculator and by matrix calculator. Okay, and if this matrix becomes very large, okay, like 8 cross 8, like if we are going to in future classes we will solve it for beam, then it will convert into a matrix of 8 cross 8. Then what I like most is MATLAB. MATLAB software, maybe you guys have heard about MATLAB software. I found it very convenient to solve such kind of big matrices. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, so this is our solution for n equals to 2. Okay, so when you check na, then for n equals to 2 the accuracy will be higher for as compared to n equals to 1 if we compare with exact solution. Okay, so now we completed our example. Okay, and we have seen some terminologies also. That terminology is what? Functional and linear functional, bilinear functional, and finally we solve the problem of Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay, so everything clear? So for Rayleigh-Ritz method we will conclude some terminologies, that U equals to sigma, J equals to 1 to n Cj phi j, W equals to phi I. Okay, here Cj called Ritz coefficient, phi j satisfy essential boundary conditions, and then it works when bilinear function equals to linear function. Okay, this is variational problem form. So we will take another example of Rayleigh-Ritz method in next class, and it is up to this way. So okay, thank you. And if you found any doubt, then you can ask me. And all these terms which already come earlier in previous videos, so it's better to start from the previous videos. Okay, thank you.